Welcome to the 2300 Pick 6 podcast. I'm your host, Dave Walker, about to do week 2 picks with Wolf. How you doing tonight, Wolf?
Could be better.
Yeah.
Last week.
I understand why, so you can explain to my listeners you know why.
Okay, so many of you who listen know I'm a Patriots fan. Me and my buddy Kyle had a bet going. If the Pats won week 1, him being a Raiders fan, he was going to have to wear a Tom Brady jersey. Now, on the flip side, since the Pats' offense decided to be putrid, and that's the most way I can put it, that offense was fucking putrid at best.
Yeah, you were there on the scene, so you knew what happened at Foxborough. You were there.
Yeah, I was there in Foxborough for that. But the bet for me was, since the Pats' offense was putrid and we lost because of that, fuck you, Drake May.
Oh, yeah. Because I saw that post on Instagram. You were like, fuck Drake May. I was like, oh, God. I'm saying right now, you are already counting the days until it's either going to Dobbs or Tommy DeVito.
Oh, you better believe it.
You were.
I wanted to throw Tommy Cutlets in at fucking halftime. I was like, just throw in Tommy Cutlets. Let him save us.
Yeah, because you were counting them days down. I was like, oh, God, I felt bad for him. And sorry you got to go through. You have to wear that Eli Manning jersey.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even get to that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, the bet was every Sunday for the rest of the season I have to wear an Eli Manning jersey.
Oh, God.
And all of you who know, maybe as a Pats fan, this season is going to fucking eat my soul.
Oh, yeah. I can tell.
Dude, the only thing I'm looking forward to now is the end of the season. So I can have a bonfire and burn that fucking jersey.
I can see that. Yeah, videotape that. We want to see that on tape.
I'm posting that shit on. I'm going to post that on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok.
Okay. Yeah.
I can put it on Twitch too.
Yeah.
I'll live stream it there.
Yes.
Burning the Eli Manning jersey. Let's go.
Yeah. So I just came back from Dynamite tonight. That was my last one. I'm not going to be back until full gear in Jersey because everybody sports are going to go to Collision. I said, I got what I needed, which was getting a photo with Anna, and I said, no, and I'm not going to activate the curse of Anna Jag for the Cowboys-Giants game. I don't need it for that. Trust me, the Cowboys... What'd you say?
I was going to say, if you activated for that...
yeah, I really was desperate.
Dude, no, I would laugh if you activated the curse of Anna Jay for
Cowboys.
Yeah. Because it would look like a repeat of Colts Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Like I said, trust me, I got what I needed on Saturday, meeting in on Saturday. Tonight I met Queen Aminata, Jamie Hayter twice. Speaking of Jamie Hayter, a person that is a friend of mine, we call Ricky Storm. I want to do this. Finally, Ricky Storm has met Jamie Hayter. After 3 years, yes, after 3 years, for those who know him, we know him, the reason he could not was due to Thunder Rosa breaking Jamie's nose, pissed him off, but now, finally, when we were out there waiting, I saw Jamie get off the bus, and I was like, Rick, take your chance, take your opportunity now, and see if she'll do it. She did. She took the picture with him. I got a selfie with her, too. Very nice woman. Thank you, Jamie, if you are listening to this, and thank you for making my friend's day, too.
Rick, I am fucking happy for you, buddy.
Yes. So I was glad that we got that, and then also, for those out there, spoiler alert, we did stay to the end of the show, there will be no more Dancing Danny. He is now officially a part of the Death Riders. Because he came in a hoodie, took the hoodie off, and attacked Darby. So that means, well, yeah, when I take selfies with Danny, Danny's going to be pissed off now even more. Because everybody always gets on me when I take a photo with Danny. Like, why is Danny so pissed off? Because I'm wearing a Cowboys? I said, no. Danny's demeanor just is don't fuck with him. He's a nice guy, but his demeanor just comes off don't fuck with him.
Exactly. That's always been how he is.
Yeah, it's just don't fuck with him. He's a nice guy, it's just don't fuck with him. And now that he's in the Death Rider, it's going to come off even more. Because right when I was getting ready to leave, when Rick and I were about to get photos, the only one we got was just Queen Aminata, and then that was it. Because literally after that point, we left because fans have now been getting out of control. And this is now any fan in general. I'm not saying wrestling fans. This is any fan. After what happened with Lamar Jackson, the fans shoving him, and now tonight, which I saw 2 fans literally get into it with security when we were about to leave. That's when me and Rick both left out. I said, you know what, let's just cut it, because right now the wrestlers are afraid to even get on the bus because it's now getting out of hand. And I'm saying this now, this is just with fans in general now. I never thought I'd have to include a football fan in this after we had with Lamar last time.
I mean, come on, usually you and me only get fucked with when you're in Philly when you're watching a Cowboys game in Philly, or when I go up to MetLife to watch the Pats kick the shit out of the Jets.
Yeah.
But we expect that. We're prepared for that.
Yeah, we're prepared for that. Yeah, but now it's starting to really get out of control right now. And like I said, I never would have to include a football fan into the mix. Like, okay, that's Baltimore and Buffalo. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Lamar said something or if the fan said something. Or if this was just a fan, hey, let me get my 15 minutes of fame.
I mean, I've actually looked into that.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, it was just a drunken fan looking to get his 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
Which, come on. You know it's bad when I have to sit here and make a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly, motherfuckers.
Yes, drink responsibly. That's with any fan, whoever it is. Because I think, like I said, before I was getting my photo with Queen Aminata, I don't know. One fan, I think, was drunk trying to get into the gate, trying to meet the wrestlers, and then another one got even more. And it's, like I said, it's now starting to get bad. It's going to get to the point where celebs don't want to take photos with fans or do anything.
Like I said, it's just bad when I have to sit there and start making announcements like that. Like, yeah. Come on, I'm like the poster child for drunken disorderly conduct.
Yeah, and trust me, I'm not the poster child for it too when it comes to drinking too. Trust me, when it comes to football, I get out of control with my drinking wherever I'm at. And like I said, I don't want it to get to this point where, okay, hey, fans are going to do that point. Like I said, I only had to deal with one. Was my other friend. He accidentally in the barricade almost fell on Harley, and I'm like, I said to the security guard, I said, look, we got to protect Harley Cameron at all costs, so I will take that bullet right now to protect Harley right now. And I know it was an accident. Yeah, the thing didn't hit her, thank God. But I was like, because I was almost getting ready to jump the barricade to protect Harley, to push her out the way. Trust me, that would have been everybody, me being a hero for Harley. And like I said, I've said that, and it's not a joke when I say, with wrestling women who need to be protected, I'll give my list right now, which was Tony, Harley, Chelsea, Anna, Jamie, and then I'll put Alexa Bliss on there too, and Chris Statlander.
I'm just going to add Stephanie Bakir to that list.
Yeah, and Stephanie Bakir to that list too. We'll add her to the list too. Yeah, so that's like the women I would protect. And like I said, I would have jumped that barricade to protect Harley. But thank God that thing did not fall on her.
Yeah.
So let's, before we start, shockers we're going to go with in week one. My major shocker I'm going to go with is the Chiefs losing to the Chargers in a fuck you game.
And what a fuck you game it was.
Yes, it was. Because I literally thought when they got to third and long, I was like, okay, here it is. Herbert's going to throw a pick. The Chiefs are going to come back and win this game. But then I forget, Herbert can actually run.
Well, I mean, come on. Herbert, it's easy to forget he can run because how often do we see it?
Yeah, not that. Yeah, I really tend to forget that. I just keep going. I flash on a negative with Herbert, which is, okay, here comes a late interception. That's what I was flashing on. And I know for the Chiefs, it's right now Xavier Worthy, for the possibility he could be out 10 to 12 weeks with that dislocated shoulder injury. And you got Travis Kelce to blame for that.
Don't worry, Xavier Worthy fantasy owners. A lot of people want to have a little talk with Travis Kelce about that. Yeah,
a lot of us do. Because he literally messed up everybody's parlay that night, and
mine included.
Everybody's parlay got fucked up because of that. And I said, look, and I know everybody's going to say, oh, it's only week one, but how I look at the Chiefs, I'm looking at overall what the Chiefs happened last year. Now, if it comes to the point where the Chiefs have to get a receiver in a deadline, which is, I know one fan said, well, go get Tyreek Hill. I said, yeah, there's that possibility that could occur because Tyreek Hill is disgruntled. And there's a possibility he might force his way out of Miami if it gets to that point.
I mean, if Tua keeps headbutting defenders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, trust me. And I was disappointed in the Dolphins, too. You can only muster up 8 points against the Colts. And Daniel Jones, of all people, who had, everybody would say, Daniel Jones had the best game in the world. I said, look, everybody, pump your brakes. It's only one game. You got to wait and see how this man does throughout the whole season.
I'm more looking at the fact that I got jumping on this one, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's just fucking hyped because it was fucking Daniel Jones.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, that's why I said pump the brakes. It's only one game. And like I said, with the Chiefs, that's more of a worry right there. And like I said, I'm still going to repeat what I said. I'm sorry, I don't see the Chiefs making the Super Bowl. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl. I see them either more likely getting 2 and done or losing a championship. I don't see it, and I'm going to keep repeating that.
All I'm going to say is if the NFL is scripting things, this is the year I think they let Josh Allen get over the hump in the NFC Championship game against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think this is finally the time he does. And Josh Allen put up a great performance against the Ravens, even though they were down. This proved why he is the MVP. He literally came back. He wasn't just like, okay, a lot of people would have just folded. He didn't fold. He was like, no, I'm still going to win this game. I'm going to do everything in my power to win.
Yeah, he gave the old Tom Brady impersonation.
Yeah. He was going to do everything. He rushed with his legs, and thank you, Josh, for rushing with your legs for the $800 in my pocket, and also thank you, Anna J, too.
Speaking of which, Josh, 800 in his pocket, he also put 500 in mine.
There you go. I think Josh put a lot of money in everybody's pocket because normally when I have the Bills in a parlay, it's some of the other times it's Josh won't do it, Lamar won't do it, or one of them's going to do it. I knew the backs were going to score, and I was like, when Lamar scored, I was like, I'm either going to get fucked or Curse of Anna J is going to kick in because normally at times Josh does not or Lamar doesn't. When Josh got stopped the first time, I was like, all right, well, it's still the third quarter. I still got a chance. Second time he does, I was like, thank you, Curse of Anna J.
Yeah, that reminds me again, fuck you, Travis.
Mm-hmm.
When he took out Tigger Orby, I lost I could have had another $900 in my pocket.
Oh, he fucked everybody. He fucked everybody over. And I said, Travis, I hope you had your little good time with if you did cheat on Taylor with either a prostitute or a stripper in Brazil. We'll know if you did.
There will be a song about it that'll dominate the radio for at least a year.
Yes. So we'll know about it. Let's see what else we got. We had that. That was good. I was shocked the Packers upset Detroit because I did pick Detroit, and I know Micah had a good game, and I'm not hating on him. I said, look, Micah had 1 sack. Let's get a little bit more before we decide when he had to play the Lions again. Because that wasn't a big game just yet because everybody was at 0-0 right now. Until further down the road when you have to play Detroit again in Detroit, let's see if he brings that same energy again.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think anybody else. And, the Bengals got off to a fast start like I preached. Started off right now, they're at 1-0, and I said, look, this is the beginning of that fast start. If they can keep doing this, like I said, the Bengals can go at least 3-1 or 4-0, you're good. You don't have to worry about having to, oh my God, now I got to fight for a spot either as a 7. Now you're at the point of, hey, maybe you had to fight for either a 6 or a 5.
Yeah, the Bengals won in spite of the curse of Burrow on opening day.
Yeah.
He did not look good at all.
No, he did not, and the defense bailed him out. Because the defense was one of the reasons why they didn't make the playoffs, and they bailed Joe Burrow out. They got him out of this, and they helped him pretty good to get over the hump to prevent the curse of Joe Burrow from extending again. And another game I'll go is Giants fans, I'm going to say this right now. Good luck with Russ, and I will say this right now. If it gets that bad against us and it gets catastrophic, I will not be shocked if Jackson is starting in the fourth quarter or next game against the Chiefs.
I think they're going to. I honestly have money that it will be the game against the Chiefs that they start him.
Yeah. Because I have a feeling it's going to get that bad. Like I said, everybody could say, oh, Russ tortured us. Okay, When Russ was in his prime, yeah, he did used to torch us. But then the one time when the Cowboys got him was good in the wild card. But this is not that same Russell Wilson that was in Seattle that had an O-line. We're talking about the New York Giants that has no O-line whatsoever. This is an organization that never drafts an offensive lineman.
I mean, all I have to say about Russell Wilson is whenever I think of him in his prime, I think of him having nightmares about Malcolm Butler.
Oh, yeah. That's the one where Russ literally cost me all that money. And that literally, I literally get mad at Russ all the time. And I said to everybody I said, let me say this right now about Russ. I said, Russ cost me a fortune against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I bet a whole lot on him, and he cost me dearly.
And I laughed all the way to the bank wearing my Tom Brady jersey.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you on that one. That was me because I thought Seattle was going to pull it off again. But until when Russ did that, I said, Russ cost me a lot of money that night. He still owes me to this day.
Bro.
Yeah, it's not your fault. Hey, it's not your fault. Yeah, that's your team. Seattle ain't my team, but I just knew it. I thought Seattle was going to pull it off again with the defense. And I see why Richard Sherman gets triggered all the time by him.
Oh, boy, does he get triggered.
Yeah, he does. He'll always still get triggered. That's why I was like, oh, God, now I see why Richard is always triggered by this. And it always triggers me. And I was like, okay, I see why. But all in all, it was a good week one, surprising week one. The teams you didn't expect to win, stuff you didn't expect to happen, which was the Chiefs, and we'll get into that a little later. But before we begin, we're going to start with our picks. We have for tomorrow night, tonight's game, we have the Commanders and the Packers. Who you got?
Oh, I'm taking the Packers.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go in an upset here. I think Washington pulls off this upset here because, one, they'll know how to contain Micah Parsons because he used to be in our division. They'll contain him. Two is I think the Packers might underestimate the Commanders here because last year it was games like this you did not expect the Commanders to win. And I have a same feeling about this, that this might be the same outcome again, that the Commanders pulled this off in an upset. So I'm going to take Washington in an upset. You're taking the Packers. They have the Packers as 3-point favorites. Are you taking those points?
I am taking those points.
Okay. I'm going to take Washington with the 3-point underdog points. Over or under 48?
Over. I don't know why. For some reason, I have a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game.
I do too. I think it will because Jaden can put up points. Jordan Love can put up points. So I'm going to take the over in this one too. For Sunday's games, we have the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Who you got?
Oh, I'm taking your Cowboys.
Yeah. I'm going with Dallas too. I think CD rebounds after those drops. I think he has a monster game. I think he rebounds after all those drops. I wouldn't be shocked he has a 2 or 3 touchdown game in this one.
Oh, he's definitely going to have at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I can see him getting... Go ahead, man.
I also think this is going to be this week's version of the Colts-Dolphins game from last week.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. And it rarely Dallas goes 0-2. I don't see that happening. And with this, like I said, I think CD has a rebound. He has a monster game. He has like maybe at least 2 or 3 touchdowns. Probably one to Pickens and probably one to Javonte Blue. And Javonte Blue, he'll get one too. So I can see them getting the win here. And I'll say this, if it gets catastrophic and it gets bad for the Giants, if the Cowboys put up 40, I will not be shocked if Jackson Dart is in by the fourth quarter.
Honestly, I think they'll let Russell finish the game, even if Dallas puts up 40, because they're not going to want to risk him getting hurt.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter of that game.
Oh yeah.
They can just have him start a new game fresh.
Yeah, I got you. So I will take the Cowboys in this one. They have the Cowboys as 5.5 favorites. You taking those points?
Oh, I'm taking those points. I think the Giants get blown out.
Oh, I do too. I'm taking a 5.5. Over or under 44?
Oh, I'm going over because last 2 times you guys have played them, I watched you guys cover the over by yourselves.
Yeah, and most of the time we did. The only time we had an under was that time on Thursday Night Football. That was the only time we went under.
Oh, fuck, the curse of Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
Shit. I forgot about that.
That was the one where I did the infamous Swerve's house in there in MetLife that night. That was when I did Swerve's house in there, so that was under. So I'm going to take the over in that one. Next one we have is the Bills and the Jets.
Oh, Bills and the Jets. Yeah, it's the Jets. They're still the Jets. They're always going to be the Jets. I'm taking the Bills on this one. Josh Allen, do me a favor. What you did to Baltimore's defense, this time, don't use any lube for the Jets defense. Just raw dog their asses.
Yes, I got Buffalo winning this one, going 2-0. I could see them literally destroying the Jets because the Jets almost would have won that game against the Steelers had not due to Justin Fields throwing an interception to Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, that was that. Even though I thought those things were going to beat the Steelers, watching them lose, that was still beautiful for me.
Yeah, against your rival, and it was. I said, well, that makes a brighter side for Wolf tonight. Salvage some of it, salvage some of it.
Salvage some of it was Josh Allen getting it down with his legs.
Yeah, that did too. Yeah, so I'm going to take the Bills too. I could see Josh having a good game with his legs and his arm, going to Kincaid and Coleman. And the one thing I'll say about this, Coleman did the smart thing. Even though Baltimore did the stupid thing, was tackling him. I said, what literally did right there was, if Coleman would have scored, Baltimore would have had more time.
Yeah, right.
And I think Baltimore should not have tackled him. And I think they kind of realized, I think he was like, I shouldn't have tackled him. I should have just let him score.
No, I think they realized that, like, maybe 2 or 3 plays later.
Yeah.
Like, it was like it took a few minutes to set in on.
Yeah, that they should have let him score. But Buffalo got the job done, which we knew they were going to do. They got the job done, but I see Buffalo pulling this off. They have the Bills as 6.5 favorites. You taking the points?
Oh, I am taking the points.
No, I'm taking them too. Over or under 46?
Again, if Josh plays like he did last week and the Jets defense plays the way they did last week, I think the Bills will cover the over by themselves, so I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in that too. We have the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Who you got?
I got the Ravens because they're looking for a bounce back. And, well, old Graybeard himself is already gotten his revenge against Baltimore, so...
Yeah, he did.
So he doesn't really need this.
No.
So, yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens. I think it's going to be a close game, though.
Okay. I'm going to take Baltimore as well in this. It's a divisional battle. Joe Flacco playing against his old team. Baltimore needs this win more after blowing the lead against Buffalo, and I know Lamar is pissed after getting shoved by that fan. So I think this is where Lamar takes it out on them. So I'm going to say the Ravens get the win here. They have the Ravens as 11.5 favorites.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than that. I will not take the points on that one.
I wasn't either. I'm going to take Cleveland covering.
Yeah.
Because before, when I did this with you, when I did mine on Tuesday, it was at 12 at the time.
Yeah, no. I checked on. I was checking it and checking this Sunday, prepping for this for tonight.
Yeah.
And it was like 14 on Sunday night.
Oh man. I saw. That's why I was literally saying if I would have took Baltimore with the points if it was like at least 10 or 9. But now that it's going up a little bit more, because there's a possibility this could change by Sunday.
Yeah, there's a very strong possibility.
Yeah, as of right now, it's 11.5, pending if it doesn't go up anymore on Saturday. So I'm going to take Cleveland with the 11.5 covering. Over or under 45?
I'm going to take the over on this one. I think this is going to be more of a defensive game.
Okay. I'm going to take an over in that one, too. I'm going to go over 45, too. Next one we have is the LA Rams and the Titans.
LA Rams and Titans. I'm going to go Rams on this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams as well, too. They had a good game against Houston. The defense stopped Houston. Titans is still a rebuild. Titans came close to almost beating Denver, but no, they couldn't get the job done. So still some growing pains for Cam Ward. So I am going to take the Rams in this one. I think more like it's going to be Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua. So I got the Rams and winning this one. They have the Rams as 5.5 favorites. You taking those points?
I am taking those points.
Okay. I'm going to take that as well, too. I see them covering a 5.5. Over or under 41 points?
I'm going to go over.
Yeah, I'll take the over because the Rams can put up 41 on their own. Next one is the Jags and the Bengals. Who you got?
Jags, Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals.
Same here. And Tony Khan is safe for another night tonight because nothing wrong with Dynamite. Everything he did was well. Until after All Out, I'll figure out if he's going to be safe that night. So as of right now, Mr. Khan, you are safe for 2 nights. Because you did get, because of the show was good and us meeting, me and Ricky meeting Jamie Hayter. So you are safe for 2 nights. Okay. I'm also going to take the Bengals as well, too. They'll get the 2-0 here. I could see Burrow having a good game. I know last week it was week 1 and it was just working out the kinks, but I think maybe this time he gets it all together. He'll get T. Higgins involved, Jamar Chase involved, and Chase Brown. And I can see Henderson getting to Trevor Lawrence. So I'm going to take the Bengals in this one, too. They have the Bengals as 3.5 favorite. Are you taking the points?
Oh, I am taking those points.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to take the 3.5 as well, too. Over or under 48?
I'm taking the over. I think the Bengals are putting up 40 themselves on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because Joe Burrow is going to want to show everyone last week was just a week 1 fluke.
Yeah. I think it was just a week 1 fluke here, and I think that they do pull this off. So I'm going to take the Bengals, too, and they get the over. Next one we have is the 49ers and the Saints. Who you got?
I'm going to take the 49ers.
Okay. I am also, too, going to take the 49ers. And for those out there, yes, I do not like George Kittle personally, but I do not wish an injury upon him. And it's very bad that he did get injured. Yeah, probably during his injury time, we all know what he's probably going to do. Try to find a way to slip into Bailey's DM to try to get into her pants while he's injured.
He's going to be hitting her up like, what's up? I'm in pain. Can we talk?
Yeah. Yeah, which Bailey is he going to get? Role model Bailey or Hugger Bailey?
He'll get role model Bailey, who's going to give him some pep talk while he'll be busy hoping he can get some time with Hugger Bailey.
Yeah. So, like I said as before, I don't wish an injury upon whomever the player is. Personally, I don't like George Kittle because of the fuck Dallas shirt, but I don't wish an injury upon him. But I do have the 49ers winning this one. I could see Pearsall having a good game here, and I could see Christian McCaffrey try to get back to what he was, because I know he was just coming back from an injury as well, too. So I could see more likely, and the defense getting to the Saints. So I am going to take the 49ers in this one. They have the Niners as 3-point favorites. Are you taking those points?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to take the Niners with the 3 points as well. Over or under 40?
I'm going to go just over.
Okay. I'm going to say...
This is going to be a close... I think it's going to be close.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be like 27-21.
Okay. I'm going to take overs, too, because right now Brock Purdy is not at 100% as well either. So I'm going to take the over in this one, too. Next one we got is the Bears and the Lions. Who you got?
Lions.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to go Detroit as well, too. And I know Chicago right now, I didn't get a chance to watch Good Morning Football. I know Seth was probably pissed off. Punk was probably pissed off that their Bears lost.
Oh, reminds me, did you hear the big scandalous rumor now going around online?
Yeah, I heard that they're friends.
Oh man, that is a hot take. Whoever had that should get shot.
Yeah.
That was almost as bad as Ryan Clark's take.
Yeah.
About Drew Brees and Peyton Manning not being generational talents.
Oh God, I thought that was Dan Orlovsky who said that, because you sent me that one with Dan Orlovsky, whatever he was saying.
No, he was debating Ryan Clark.
Oh God. Because that's when you said, I don't know what they're smoking, we need to get some of it.
Yeah, because I want some. I mean, the fact that can make anyone think saying those three were not generational talents is a good take. I want some.
Yeah, because I could say Ryan Clark was a good defender. Dan Orlovsky, what he's known for is, which we're always known for, is running in the back of the end zone, getting a safety when he was with Detroit when they sucked.
I mean, to be fair, Jimmy Garoppolo did the same thing.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But I'll never forget him tweeting, "Finally, someone else did it."
Yeah. But we still knock him for it, though. No, but Jimmy G's got it worse, though, because he did it recently. So I will take Detroit in this one. I don't see them going 0-2. Chicago right now, and everybody thought that they were supposed to be better. And I know it's only week 1, but from what I saw, they had that game locked up. After then Sean Wright pick 6, it's just after that, they just let Minnesota come back. And then the one thing was, I'll give the play calling of that game the stuff that Chicago should not have done. One, you should not have gone for it. You should have took those points, that field goal. That came back to haunt you. The other was challenging. You shouldn't have challenged. The missed field goal. And then the worst was when you got the touchdown, you should have onside the kick. Because the one thing was, when that kick was going into the end zone, you knew the guy was going to run out. That was the only way the clock was going to run. He wasn't going to take a touchback.
No, and you're absolutely right.
Now, if he would have kicked it in the back of the end zone, okay, good. The time stopped. The clock's not going to run. And then there's the possibility, okay, you only have to burn that one timeout on that second down, and then that third down. Then there's the possibility you could have been probably left with, I'm going to say maybe like 30 seconds.
At best.
At best, you would have been at maybe at least 30 or 20. Because O'Connell was telling him, yo, run out, run out. Because they knew right then and there, you're not going to take a touchback. Because I said, at best, by worst, you could have did was kick it out of bounds. Okay, yeah, you get hit with a penalty, but at least you're not the clock's not going to run.
Yeah.
That would have
been the smart thing.
What, was kick it out of bounds?
Yeah.
I would have just did that. Hey, look, okay, fine, I'll take the penalty. It's the best way the clock doesn't go down. Nobody's going to touch it. So I am also going to take Detroit as well. I think that they bounce back after that horrible Week 1 game against the Packers. They do handle Chicago pretty good, and this is not the anniversary of the Thanksgiving game with the bad play calling with Chicago, but it looked like Ben Johnson was going back into Matt Eberflus's playbook. So I will take Detroit with this one. I could see Brown, Gibbs, Montgomery, and Laporta, and Jameson Williams having good games here and getting this bounce back win that they need here. So I'm going to take Detroit. They have the Lions as 6-point favorites. You taking the points?
I am.
I'm going to take Detroit with the points as well, too. Over or under 46?
Ooh. I'll go over.
I'm going to take
the over.
The
the Lions' offense is looking to bounce back.
Yeah. I'm going to take an over, too, because the Lions' offense did not look good. It wasn't like what we saw last year, and I know it was only – and this is Week 1, and I can understand. Yeah, it is. That was just Week 1. What that was. So I think they all bounce back from them. I'm going to take Detroit as well with the over. Next we have is Seattle and Pittsburgh. Who you got?
Seattle and Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. I am taking Seattle.
Okay. For me, I'm going to go Pittsburgh in this one. It's in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh does do good at home. This is Aaron Rodgers' first home game with the Steelers. Seattle, I thought was going to pull the fuck you game off on San Francisco, but they did not because due to Sam Darnold, yet again in late games, does not finish. And I have that same feeling again as Sam Darnold probably won't finish again. So I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers with this one. I could see Warren having a good game, and I could see DK going off against his old team here. I could see him going off. So I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. Since you are taking the Seahawks, they have the Seahawks as 3-point underdogs. Are you taking those points?
I am.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh with the 3-point favorites. I'm going to say they get that covered at 3 points. Over or under 40?
I think this is going to be under 40.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Seahawks defense will know how to take care of DK.
Okay.
They're going to be juiced up because it's their former superstar coming in all juiced up.
Yeah.
And that's going to have them coming in extra juiced up as well.
Okay.
And I honestly am waiting. I'm trying to look past Week 1 before I believe Aaron Rodgers has got his groove back.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till a little bit more too. I'm not at that point yet because right now they haven't played a very good team yet because you played Week 1, which is the Jets. We all know the Jets are not that good. Seattle right now is I'll say in the middle right now until I see a little bit more. So I really can't say right now that Aaron Rodgers is going back to getting his groove back just yet. So I'm going to take an under too because it's not easy to put up points in Pittsburgh. The next one we got is your Patriots against the Dolphins.
I'm going to have to go with, and I hate saying this, but I got to go with the Dolphins.
I knew that. I knew you were going to have to say that. And I'm going to...
That Patriots offense was too putrid last week.
Yeah. And... God.
That's lame. I'll let you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins as well, too, because Miami did not look good against the Colts, and I was very shocked. I thought that Miami was going to put up a fight, but they did not, and I didn't see that. And I know, okay, Tua was coming back from an injury, and I'm praying to God that Tua don't headbutt a defender or try to do something stupid in this game. Yes, it's in Miami, and at times New England does not do good down there. I am going to take the Dolphins in this one, which I can see a Kane having a good game, Waddle having a good, and Tyreek Hill, pending how much longer he's going to be in Miami for. That's barring with this whole Kansas City thing, if the Chiefs do not make a call to get him back. Because I have a feeling I don't think Tyreek Hill is going to be staying with Miami by the end of this season.
Oh, he's getting traded midway through the season.
I see him getting traded, and I would not be shocked he goes back to KC.
I actually would be shocked he goes back to KC personally.
Okay. Where would you think he would go? Let's say if he doesn't go back to the Chiefs.
Honestly, I've said this before, I see him going to the Bills.
Okay. That would not shock me in a way he goes to Buffalo.
I could see him going to Buffalo, and I could see Miami sending him to Buffalo as a fuck you to Kansas City.
Yeah. I could see that occurring, so I will take the Dolphins in this one. They have the Dolphins as a half-point favorite.
Oh, I'm definitely taking that.
Yeah, I'm going to take that too. Over or under 43 points?
I'm going to go under. I think it's going to turn into Zach Wilson versus Drake May.
Okay.
Because I think Tua's going to just try to headbutt someone in the first play.
You know what? I'm going to take an under too because I don't know what Tua I'm going to get here, and I know there's still some of that rust. I'm going to take an under before it goes back to what it was 2 years ago when they were able to put up points. I'm going to take the under in that too. Next one we have our 4 o'clock games. We have the Panthers and the Cardinals. Who you got?
Panthers Cards. I'm going to take the Panthers on this one.
Okay.
I don't know why. I have a feeling this one is going to be a fuck you game for Arizona.
Okay. I'm going to take Arizona in this one because it's in Arizona. Arizona does do good at home. Carolina, I thought was going to pull an upset over Jacksonville, and right now I don't want to say that Bryce Young is back to being a bust because what I saw last year was, okay, in the beginning last year was, okay, yeah, he was sucking up the joint, and then it got to point of putting Andy Dalton in. Then Dalton messes up, then we go back to Bryce. And then I thought, like, Bryce near the end was doing really, really good until he met Dallas, and that's when it really went to hell for him. Now, I'm not saying that point is, we're going to say, do you think Bryce Young is a bust? Or give it more time?
I'm going to give it till mid-season, midway through this season, before I say he's a bust or not.
Okay.
I think getting benched for Andy Dalton last year was a wake-up call for him.
Yeah, it was. Because it did get his confidence back a little bit, and it felt like down for him. And like I said, I don't want to see Bryce Young be Quincy Carter. And I'm going to explain what Quincy Carter is. Quincy Carter used to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys back in 2001 through 2003 until he messed his life up with drugs. And I've always said this with people who said, no, the Dallas Cowboys did not mess up Quincy Carter. Drugs fucked up Quincy Carter.
No, honestly, I think the only thing the Cowboys have to do with that was you guys expected to win. Mm-hmm. And I think he just couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, he couldn't handle the pressure. Yeah, that's what it was. Because Bill Parcells even said that boy couldn't get out of his own head. I tried to talk to him but that man couldn't get out of his own damn way. And I don't want to see the same thing happen to Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take...
Go
ahead.
Like you, I am afraid of that.
That's what
I'm really afraid that's going to be Bryce Young. Sorry to keep cutting you off.
You're good, man. You're good. Yeah, because that's when I said, when he got benched for Andy Dalton, I said, this is almost turning into Quincy Carter, and I don't want to see him literally somebody say, hey, Bryce Young couldn't get out of his own damn way. And I don't want to say, hey, the Carolina Panthers didn't mess him up. Drugs messed him up. So let me go back because my computer just messed up here. Okay, here we go. So they have, since you say you were taking the Panthers are 6.5 underdogs. Are you taking those points?
I am taking those points.
Okay. I'm going to say Cardinals covered at 6.5. So I'm going to take that over or under 43 points.
Again, over, I think Bryce worked out some kinks going through week 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a fuck you game for the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone's going to be over there looking past Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And he's coming in there now feeling like he's got something to prove.
Okay. I'm going to take the over in this one too. I think this might go. That might just go to 44 and touch. So I'm going to take an over in this one. Next we have is the Broncos and the Colts. Who you got?
Broncos Colts. I am going to take the Broncos.
Okay. I'm going to take Denver as well too, because I think that was a fluke week 1 by Daniel Jones, and Denver has a defense. So this is not going to be what happened with the Dolphins.
That was funny as shit.
Yeah, I still let my ass off, and I'm going like, when I saw that score, I was going like, either I'm that drunk right now, or I've had too many beers, or I really must still be at AEW right now to see what I just saw that Daniel Jones just did.
Dude, I was actually like looking at my beer like, I think it's time to cut myself off.
Yeah. Because that's what I was looking at myself. I was like, okay, I don't know how much I've had to drink today, but I'm shocked that Daniel Jones pulled this off. And I'm going to say for Colts fans, slow your roll. It's one game. Just wait until it gets further down the road. If it gets that bad down the road, don't say anything. Y'all start putting Anthony Richardson back in.
I was just rereading my text that night when I saw the fucking. I texted a couple of my buddies in a group chat when I saw the fucking score of that game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, which one of you fuckbags slipped acid into my whiskey?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was thinking like, oh God, I don't even do drugs. I said this either has to be like an LSD dream or I've had too much to drink in my beer. I want to know somebody slipped something in my Sam Adams can. Because like I said, I'm going to give it a couple times. This is a game by game basis. Now, if he does good, all right, then we know it was the Giants and it wasn't him. But if he messes up, then okay, we know who it was. Then it wasn't the Giants. So I'm going to take the Broncos in this one. They have the Broncos as 1.5 favorites. You taking those points?
I am taking those points. One thing I will say in Daniel Jones' defense, though, I've said this before, and I will stand by it. I think it was a bit of both with Daniel Jones and the Giants.
Yeah, I still think it was a bit of both because when he got Gable as his coach, everybody thought, oh, Daniel Jones is fixed. He's good to go. But after getting bitch slapped by the Eagles in the divisional, we all saw what happened week 1 that year when the Cowboys bitch slapped him badly and shut him out.
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said too, I think the problem with Daniel Jones, I think his ceiling is he's a competent backup, and the Giants wanted him to be like a franchise QB.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but we'll wait and see what occurs with him down the road this whole season. We said we both were taking a 1.5 on that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Over or under 42?
I'm going to go under 42. I think, again, this will be another low-scoring game.
Yeah, I'm going to take an under in this one, too. I think that this will be a low-scoring game with the defenses. I could probably see this turn into either whatever Indianapolis's minor league baseball team is against the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I'm more likely to see that. Next one we got is the Super Bowl rematch. The Eagles and the Chiefs.
I am taking the Eagles.
I'm going to say this right now, Chiefs fans ain't going to like it. Tom Brady didn't go 0-2. Well, there's a first for everything. Patrick Mahomes is going 0-2 the first time in his career.
Yep.
Because I looked it up because everybody compares Mahomes to Brady, and I was going like, I think as far as I know, I don't think Brady ever went 0-2 in his career.
No.
That I know of. Not with the Patriots and not with the Bucks.
Nope, never happened.
Never happened. He's gone 0-1. But I can say right now, like, remember you said that time when everybody used to be Tom Brady, you automatically knew the Patriots were winning the Super Bowl. I don't see that same curse is happening again. The curse of Tom Brady on Patrick Mahomes again.
So, this is the Fox game of the week, right?
Yes, it is. This is Brady and Burkhardt.
Because we all know how Mahomes does when Brady's in the building with him.
Yeah. So that is the Fox game of the week. So, yeah, that one is not on CBS. That one is the Fox game of the week, America's game of the week. I am taking Philly in this one. I can see this is not going to be like the Super Bowl all over again, like, hey, they put a beat down on them. No, I think it's more likely going to be a close game here. Philly pulls it off. And as many times as I don't like, you'd wish a game to be in Philadelphia, this would have been one of the instances I wouldn't have minded this being in Philly, due to the fact if they would have showed Taylor Swift, we would have booed her out of the field, and then she would have been threatening us to say, "Oh, you're not getting a concert again." And I would have said, "Bully, I'll like, don't let the door hit you on the way out."
Oh fuck! Hey, if booing her out of state means we don't ever gotta get a concert in Philly again from her, I'll fucking drive an extra party bus down there just to fucking boo her in the parking lot when she's leaving.
I think we all are going to get that, and if it does occur, okay, we'll be saying, because I made my little joke, which was last time I said, due to the Chiefs losing that game, Travis Kelce went to the local strip club in Brazil or found a hooker that night and did not get any from Taylor. And after this one, he'll be saying, and after this, I'll be saying, and Travis Kelce will not be getting any tonight from Taylor. He probably will be going to another strip club in Kansas City. Well, I don't know if there's anything hooker down in KC, but I know there are a lot of hookers in Brazil while he was down there. I know from Max Payne 3. So they have the Eagles as 1.5 favorites. You taking those points?
I am taking those points. I am taking that hands down.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles with the 1.5 too. Over or under 46.
I'm going the over again. I think this one's going to be another high-scoring game.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to say over. I don't think this is going to be a repeat of the Super Bowl. Next is the Sunday night game, which shockingly is going to be a sleeper good game, because when I saw this game on paper when the schedule came out, I was like, Atlanta and Minnesota, I was like, oh, this is going to be such a bad game. But then after how I saw Penix play and how JJ played, I was like, yeah, this might be a sleeper good game down there. This is going to be a sleeper good game. So I'm going to take, who are you going to take, the Falcons or the Vikings?
I'm actually going to take the Vikings on this one.
Okay.
You already know I'm a big J.J. McCarthy guy, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. Atlanta came very close, almost beating Tampa Bay due to McLaughlin missing a field goal, the extra point, and then out of all people, I never would have thought Younghoe Koo was going to miss. I was thinking this game's going to go to overtime, but Younghoe Koo missed at a crucial time. And I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, that man is actually human. He missed. And I'd usually... go ahead.
I was going to say, I saw the highlights of that one, and I thought the same thing as when I saw the fucking score of the fucking Miami Colts game. I was just like, yeah, someone put something in my whiskey.
Yeah, because I had to really rewind that back, and I'm like, when they showed that replay, I was like, oh man, that man missed. It wasn't blocked, it wasn't anything, he just shanked it. And at the worst time, he shanked it, because you literally were pushing for an overtime here, and Penix did good in that game. And I saw like some flashes and some potential.
No, yeah, he did. He was having some good flashes. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed with him. That I was like thinking, I know it's only week 1, but maybe Atlanta could be somewhat of a dark horse or a sleeper team here. But I was shocked, and I was like, if Younghoe Koo doesn't miss that kick, we're now playing a what if. What if this game goes to OT? Well, we don't know, but now, unfortunately, they're 0-1, and unfortunately, I think they are going to go 0-2 because this is going to be J.J. McCarthy's first home game in Minnesota. Minnesota does do very good at home. It's not easy to beat them there. And I can see Aaron Jones having a good game, Jordan Mason, and Justin Jefferson too. I think what J.J. just needed to do was just calm down, let the game come to you. Don't do anything special. Don't try to rush the game.
I can totally agree with that.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Vikings on this one. They have the Vikings as 3.5 favorites. Are you taking those points?
I am taking those points.
Okay. I'm going to take the Vikings with a 3.5 too as well. Over or under 44 points?
Again, I'm just going to keep taking overs. I've been taking majority overs on this one. I think this is another high-scoring game.
Yeah, I'm going to take an over in this one, too. Like I said, before when the schedule came out, I would have thought this was going to be a bad game. But then after what I saw out of both of them, I was like, hey, this game could be good. And I'm not going to say that both could be in the playoffs. I said Minnesota would be in as a 7. But if Atlanta shocks us all, unfortunately, we wouldn't get Atlanta and Minnesota as a wild card. The only way that would occur is if Atlanta takes the division.
Yeah. Which I think we will both be shocked if that happens.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if Atlanta does do that because I still have Tampa Bay winning that division.
Yeah, you and me both there, man. I would be beyond shocked if Tampa Bay lost the division.
Yeah, and the only way that would occur would be if Baker goes down. And speaking of Baker Mayfield, our 2 Monday night games, we have the Bucs and the Texans. Who you got?
I want to go back before I answer, so I'll say this is my pick for a sleeper game this week.
Mm-hmm.
Bucs Texans.
Oh, that is a sleeper good game right there.
Yeah, it's my pick for sleeper good game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually going to take the Bucs on this one. I don't know. I feel like the Texans they just looked out of sync last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Baker's coming in looking to prove that, just like Joe Burrow, he's looking to prove last week his bad game. He had a bad game, and I think he's going to prove it was a fluke.
Yeah. I'm going to go in this one. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go Houston in this one. I think Houston bounces back from that loss to the Rams. They do good at home. It's not easy to beat Houston at home in Houston at times. So I'm going to take the Texans in this one. Since you're taking the Bucs, they have the Bucs as 2.5 underdogs.
Oh, I am taking those points.
Okay. I'm going to take Houston with a 2.5. Over or under 42?
I'm going to go just over. I think it's going to be like 45 points.
Okay.
I think this game is going to be close. I think like Bucs win it like 24-21.
Okay. I'm going to take the Houston over too. I'd probably say the same route in the score in this one. And our last Monday night game we have is the Chargers and the Raiders. Who you got?
I'm going to go Chargers on this one.
Okay. I'm going to go actually LA too after. Now I'm hoping this is just not like a fluke we see out of the Chargers. This one time it'd be like, okay, hey, I know it was week 1. We got the fuck you game over KC. I'm just hoping that this is not like, okay, the same old Chargers in the past. Because when they had that part when Herbert got sacked, when they got to 3rd and forever, I was thinking, okay, here comes a late interception. The Chargers are going to charge this game, and then the Chiefs are going to come back. No. Herbert ran it. Now, I'm hoping right now with Harbaugh is keep this team consistent. That's what I want to see with the Chargers because I don't want to have to go back to what we go last year was, the Chargers have charged the game, and Herbert has thrown 5 picks again.
My God.
Yeah, that was in that wild card game against the Texans when he threw those 5 interceptions.
No, I was just laughing because, like, how many times did we say that last year, you and me both? Like, yeah, I think the Chargers are going to charge this one up.
Yeah, and that's what it yeah, I thought when Harbaugh got there, that stopped it. Because both Harbaughs are good coaches. Jim and John Harbaugh, both are very, very good.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, they're both good coaches. I'm just hoping to God is like, look, I like Justin Herbert. I like the Chargers. They're not my team though, but I just don't want to see is here we go again. We're back to charging again because of this. Now I understand that's what I thought it was. Okay, maybe down the road I'm thinking is, hey, if it gets bad with Herbert, are you going to do the same thing you did when you Well, Alex Smith wasn't bad. Alex Smith suffered a concussion. That's when he put Kaepernick in.
Oof.
That's why I'm saying I'm hoping we're not going to get deja vu here again. I'm not wishing an injury on Herbert, but if we're not going to get deja vu again, let's say Herbert starts stinking up pretty bad. I don't know who the backup for KC is. I mean, for the Chargers is. Let me look. Who is the backup for the Chargers? Chargers backup. Let's see. Will it go to Trey Lance? So that's what the future holds if, God forbid, if it gets that bad with Herbert. Or if he goes down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if Harbaugh could work a miracle there.
Honestly, I think he could be someone who could fix Trey Lance.
Okay. Yeah, the difference was with Kaepernick was nobody knew who he was out of college. Well, yeah, besides out of college. I just know that one time, that was back in 2012, my word. Big ass sum of money that one time. That was against the Bears. And I said, well, look, can't trust Jason Campbell. I'll take my faith in Colin Kaepernick.
Oof.
And that paid off that year. Trust me, that was a lot of money I won that year in 2012. That was the week of the backups. And everybody thought I was crazy. I said, no, I literally went perfect that year. That one week, right during the week of Thanksgiving, I went perfect.
God damn, that is luck.
That was luck.
That was the week of the backups.
Yeah, and that was the week of the backups. Because I remember it was like, Alex Smith had a concussion, like everybody. I said, because I was still at Amazon at the time, and I was like, and I was so worried about the Cowboys and the Browns, and I was like, I didn't know that it went to overtime, and by the time I got to my phone, everybody was thinking I was going crazy. I said, no, I'm glad Dallas pulled it off. Thank God. And nobody knew at that point. I didn't know that I was going to win a big-ass sum of money that time because it was with my friend. It was after I got sick. I just recovered. He was like, take a risk. And with football, I was like, and I said to my friend, his name was Shane, I said, Shane, if I lose money or I owe, you better pray that security gate saves you before I tear it, if I have to tear it down. Because I do know where you work because I used to work where you're at. The only thing that saved you is that security gate. So you better pray I don't lose any money. Which I didn't, thank God. But that was during the week of those backups. So they have the Chargers as 3-point favorites. You taking the points?
I am taking the points.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers with the 3 points as well. Over or under 46?
I'm going to go under on this one.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a low-scoring game.
I'm going to take an under in this one, too. Both right now, I could see it probably being a little bit of a defensive struggle here. I could see it probably might. It's not going to touch. I could see it going a little bit low. But I am going to take the Chargers here, where Vegas, which is the home of WrestleMania, due to the fact that you guys fucked over New Orleans, and then it probably might get a little bit more worse. Come, I think, 2027, it might go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I heard that. They are getting ridiculous. I get that company's in a lot of debt, but come on now. You're just getting ridiculous of how money hungry you guys are.
Yeah, it's getting bad. I already know next year the Royal Rumble is going to Saudi Arabia, which we knew that wasn't going to get switched.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that one would get switched.
Yeah, but when I saw that, I was like, please, I hope to God that this is just a rumor and that maybe it's just a placeholder until you change and find something for 2027. And then I say, and you wonder why AEW is kicking your ass pretty badly.
Yeah, well, between them doing shit like this and Tony Khan finally figuring out how to book a show.
Yeah. And the one thing, actually, I will apologize to Tony Khan when he said he was going to a wedding. That was not bullshit. It was MJF's wedding.
Oh, shit.
That was the friend's wedding he was going to, was MJF's.
Holy fuck, and we thought that was bullshit.
Yeah, we all did. And then we found out it really wasn't because MJF married Alicia Tout. That's who he married.
Well, congrats to them.
Yeah, because I was going like, wow, the whole time when he was messing with her before he got to AEW, when he was going, hi, I'm with Tits McGee from Whore Island. And that's when I was like, wow, after all that, after being in CZW and literally trashing her, it then got to marriage. So in essence, Tony, I can apologize to you because I thought you were making that up. Then when we found out it was MJF's wedding he went to. Because he had Hanger there, because I remember the one tweet he put on there, he said, oh God, I had to invite this cowboy, I hope you don't steal my alcohol.
Man, I gotta apologize too, because Tony, I also, if you listen to this by any chance, just like Dave, I thought that was bullshit.
Yeah, I did too. But then when we saw the photos of the wedding, he was at MJF's wedding. Because now I remember why, because I now know why. Because Ty, when I went there to Collision that Saturday, Ty was like so tired. That's why she didn't want to take pictures with anybody. Which I understand now, because most of them were at that wedding.
Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I like Ty too, and I like Sammy too. I said nothing against you, Sammy, but I'm not going to say, I wasn't going to ask him, hey, can I get your wife in a photo too? But I was not going to do that with him. But now we know why, and I said, Tony, if you're happy to listen to this, I apologize, because I thought you were bullshit, and that's why you moved to ROH. Now we know why. We now know whose wedding you went to. It was MJF's.
And I will apologize again too, Tony, if you are listening.
Yeah. So right now you have been getting smarter. Please keep staying this way.
I am praying, because you know I'm like an AEW Day One guy.
Yeah, I am too, and I'm praying that he keeps staying smarter. Like I said, right now, you did a good job with Dynamite tonight. You stopped dancing Danny with the heel turn, and I don't. Let me ask this question: do you think Chris is joining the Death Riders?
Yes.
I can see it happening because right now at All Out, Toni Storm has not the best odds right now in this Fatal 4-Way where she does not have to be pinned. And literally you could lose it to either, I wouldn't say Jamie or Thekla because you have to get that issue out the way first. Chris right now has no issue. If you drop the title to Chris, I wouldn't have an issue if she drops it to Chris.
Me neither.
Yeah, like I said, nothing against Jamie or Thekla. It's just more of, you have an issue there. Let's get that feud out the way first before we ever decide to go back to Jamie Tony 3. That's barring if Tony still has the belt at this point. If we do Jamie Tony 3, I'm hoping at Full Gear. Barring if we don't have the women's blood and guts first.
Yeah, no, I'd rather they get this feud out the way first. I agree with you there.
Which one? Blood and Guts or Jamie Tony 3?
Blood and Guts.
Yeah, I'd rather get Blood and Guts out the way first, and then we get the women's tag titles. Whomever it may be. Tony, if you do women's tag titles, my suggestions are Anna and Ty or Anna and Harley.
I actually think I could see Anna and Harley having better chemistry.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's more, they have better chemistry. When I saw All Out, the 0 Hour match, I was like, I know Anna and Harley teamed up that one time, and it was like a 6-women tag, and that was with Saray, and it was like brief. But then how they're on there, I'm going like, dude, they have nothing against Ty, but I think, in my opinion, I thought Anna and Harley had more chemistry.
Yeah, dude, I feel the same way. I'm right there with you on that.
I was like, I don't know what it was, but I felt something. I was like, I like Harley, and I like Anna. It's just like, I felt more chemistry with Anna and Harley than Anna and Ty. And I said, I don't know, whatever it was, but I just felt more out of that one. And no, it's not personally due to the fact that Harley's hugged me 3 times.
Yeah, like I said, I'm right there with you. I definitely think they have more chemistry together.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a much better team. And I just think that you could definitely squeeze more out of them.
Yeah, I know people thinking Anna and Chris. I mean, not Anna and Chris. I mean, Harley and Chris. God, I got Anna on the brain. Sorry about that.
Shocker.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. If it was Chris and Harley, I don't think that's going to be a team because I think Chris is going to go to the Death Riders. And then more likely you're going to have Chris and Marina teaming.
Yeah, I definitely see Chris going to the Death Riders.
I do see it. It's not like Chris's heel turn would have been better if they had not ended it. And in this one was the time when Chris was doing the whole thank you stat. I said, they're going to turn Chris heel because the way how Chris was coming off, it came off very preachy and it came off as a heel.
Yeah.
And it was a little sarcastic too and condescending how she was coming off.
Actually, looking back, you're right on that one.
Yeah, because I remember she going like, thank you stat for everything. And I'm going like, that came off way condescending. And I'm not saying, like, I love Chris Statlander. Chris, you're listening to this, I still love you regardless if you do go to the Death Riders or not.
Chris, I will love you more if you go to the Death Riders.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Because you now added one new member in Danny. And Moxley's a salesman. He got Danny.
And you know what? I got to throw out there because I've had people say the Death Riders are a failure because Mox isn't champ anymore.
Mm-mm.
No, the Death Riders is a success.
Now it's getting a lot better,
Everyone's done exactly what Mox wanted.
Yeah.
They have all stepped their fucking game up.
Yeah. I said, and everybody wants to say, oh, yeah, he had the belt too long, but I'll give this point on what Moxley did. He got everybody to step up. And I'm not talking the men. He got the entire fucking roster to step up. He was like, no, you're not going to be complacent. You're going to step up. That's the reason why I had this belt. Now, if I feel like no one's stepping up again, I'll get this belt again.
Yeah, if he thinks everyone starts getting complacent again, sorry, Hangman, but
I'll take this belt.
Take the belt back.
I'll take it back. We don't have to wait until MJF claims it. But that was the whole thing. I said everybody could hate on Moxley and the whole Death Rider storyline. Yeah, it did take too long, but with him with that belt, he did get everybody to step up. He got the whole entire roster to step up. And that's what I will thank Jon Moxley for that, getting the entire roster to step up. Now, okay, he's got Daniel Garcia under his wing. Daniel needed a heel turn after dropping the TNT title to Adam Cole.
Yeah.
He needed something. And if this is it, I just got the one question before we end and we decide what games we're going to decide are good to watch. Where do you go with him and Daddy Magic?
Ooh, I didn't even think of that.
I said, what's his take on this? Because I'm not going to Collision tomorrow. I'll wait till Saturday to watch it. Because like I said, I got what I needed when I went this week. I said, and it was football too. I said, nah, I'm not going to go to Collision.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. Honestly, I'm going to be interested to see what his take is. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Yeah,
because I remember at a meet and greet when I was there, he said, well, what happened when you get rid of the player's doing bad? You get rid of the coach. Now, and I know he shoved Daddy Magic, and that probably was the sign of probably after they got done, he probably went to the back and said, he went to Mox and the ring and was like, all right, I'm all yours. What do you need me to do? That probably may have what happened behind the scenes between them. Now, we don't know what's going to happen next. If they get Chris, watch out. The Death Rider's going to be a lot stronger.
Oh, hell yeah.
Then you got to remember pretty soon when they get Pac back. When he comes back from his injury.
Oh, yeah, no, the Death Riders will definitely be fucking force then.
Yeah, and then whenever they do the men's blood and guts, God forbid who your team is going to be against them. Whenever you do the men's blood and guts, I'm going to assume it's probably going to be out of your babyface team. I would say possibly Hangman. Swerve would be one. I would say Ospreay if he's healthy back by then. I'm trying to think.
If Ospreay isn't healthy, I think Kenny Omega.
Probably Kenny when he comes back. So we have Swerve, Hangman, Kenny. We're missing two other people here. because it would be the whole Death Rider. So it would be Moxley, Garcia, Yuta, Claudio, and Pac. So there's your 5 there. We would just need the other 2. Who would your other 2 be? I would say maybe Eddie Kingston when he does come back.
I was definitely thinking Eddie would come back for that one.
Yeah, I would say he would be your 4th, and I don't know who the 5th guy would be. Oh, wait, Orange Cassidy would be your 5th guy. I just figured it out. There's your 5th.
That was it for me. I was debating between Orange Cassidy or Darby.
Yeah, I think I said, I forgot about Darby in there. Yeah, that's one of them that would go in there, because we already know that they have to face in a coffin match. So I don't know if... well, let's say Darby's only lost the one where they tried to do the Undertaker spot, but they couldn't do it. Because that was one everybody thought it was shocking. Like, how do you know they were going to do it? I said, the many times that Darby was lighting Jack Perry on fire, it wouldn't have shocked me that Jack Perry would have done that. But the problem was with how Tony Khan would do it. He's doing it with a real casket. It's not like how with the Undertakers where, hey, there's a trap door where he's able to get out. And I said with that, I don't see a trap door with that thing. Like, you remember the whole Undertaker-Kane spot, and then when Orton did the same spot too to Undertaker?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was one where Orton almost engulfed himself.
I cannot forget that one.
Yeah, I remember that one because they said Orton almost luckily he did because he poured so much gasoline it hit his boot. And he didn't realize that, he almost could have engulfed himself.
No, I remember that because I was watching it go on his boot, and I'm like, is this intentional?
I don't think he realized it. I think he was just in the moment. He was going too fast, and he didn't realize it. I said it was a difference when Kane did it. Okay, I think, well, no, Paul Bearer was the one that pulled the gas on that one. That Kane did not. All Kane did was just throw the matches. I remember that one because Kane just threw the matches. Paul Bearer was the one that poured the gasoline on the casket. I now remember that one. But before we end, what games are you looking forward to, Wolf?
Ones I'm looking forward to this week are Bucks Texans. Like I said, that's my pick for sleeper good game of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles Chiefs, because I'm looking forward to the Eagles spanking Mahomes again.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I'm really looking forward to, because this is going to decide the entire season for me, are the Pats going to tank to get a new quarterback?
Okay. For me, I'm going to say my team against the Giants, which I'm looking forward to see CeeDee Lamb bounce back after those drops. That's one. Next one I'm going to say is... I'm trying to think any other 1 o'clock besides mine. Let me see. Let me see here.
I gotta actually have one more too while you're doing that.
Okay, go ahead.
49ers Saints, because I'm looking to see who's going to be the 49ers QB.
Yeah, because we don't know if... Well, is it going to be Mac Jones or is it going to be Purdy?
I mean, funny part is I feel like no one's going to be able to tell the difference looking out on the field.
Yeah, and trust me, I even said Mac Jones can't lose against the Saints. It's not like he's going in against a good team. I can't see him losing that. If it is Mac Jones, that's if. We don't know yet. So I said Cowboys-Giants was one. I'm going to go Bengals-Jaguars. Can the Bengals prove that week 1 was not a fluke and you can go off to this fast start? The other is going to be Eagles-Chiefs, which is if the Chiefs go 0-2, and will Travis Kelce be at the nearest strip club or finding a hooker that night? And
no, Taylor Byguards will be making sure he makes friends with his aunt that night.
No, because I've made my jokes on Taylor, and I said to one of my proofs who was like a diehard Swiftie, I said, I think Taylor was cheating on Travis, I think at a concert. I think it was with a backup dancer or something. I don't know what his name was. I think his name was Terry or Jerry or something like that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Travis, in my regards, I know your pain. It sucks getting cheated on.
Yeah. But he probably, that's the thing, Taylor probably would write a song about it. It'd probably be the song with like, I'm cheating on my fiance, Travis Kelce. You heard me, Travis.
No, it's Taylor. She wants to maintain her good girl image.
Yeah.
She'll wait for him to go cheat on her with a hooker.
Mm-hmm.
Get his payback, and then she'll write a song about him cheating.
Yeah.
And admit the fact that she cheated first.
What else am I looking forward to? Vikings, Falcons. That's going to be a sleeper good Sunday night game, and then the Monday night games too. So I'm looking forward to those. So it's just been about that time. Well, it's been enough time for talk. It's time for kickoff. I'm Dave Walker with Wolf, and we'll see you everybody. Goodbye. Bye-bye, man. I'll see you around, Wolf.
I'll see you around, brother.
Alrighty. Bye.
Yo, we gotta meet up and grab beer soon, man.
Yeah, we got to do that sometime. Yes, I'll see you around, man.
All right. Talk to you later, bro.
Later, man. Alright, so I'll deal with this. If Becky's going to be in, I'll see if I fail. Whoops.